Welcome back, friends. Career enhancement is very important and it gets enhanced through social networking. This, there are social platforms like Wigets, RSS, microblogging, blogging, photo sharing, video sharing, podcasts, message boards, chat rooms. So, all these are the social network platforms. So, how do we get to? For example, you will gain the attention of interviewers and managers because your resume is being boosted through networking. Social networking. There are many new platforms now. The microblogging platform or Twitter, Plug.com are only some of the websites that allow users to post their thoughts and photos through their mobile phones. Now, there is a business focus on social network. Specialized social networking are social networks dedicated to specific tasks, hobbies, and purposes are also increasing in popularity. It is virtual resume that everybody can see. You are practically advertising yourself consistently. There is a cost consideration too. For professionals, this creates a great opportunity to improve connections since aside from sharing information, true personality is shown through these events. Professionals will be able to create a good impression to their network, which will increase their chances of being assisted in case they lose their job during recession or would like to shift to another industry. Using online social networks effectively is the most important aspect. It's not a data, it's more than something simple data. Effective social networking should never be limited in one account or one website. Now, there is a very efficient, like business now realizes the need for social networking. So we need to exercise efficiency using viral marketing to increase your popularity online may require time and resources. As we said, there is a professional and personal networking. Now, placing your emotions on your professional network profiles is not recommended. Keep your personal and professional social networking separate. It is also very good for the small businesses. The small businesses can flourish through social networking. Help through social networking is the main criteria. Small business could use the power of social networking in gaining more customers as their name could be passed from one user to another. Now, there are social networks which you can, like attention, gaining attention is to create groups, activities, and even small videos related to your industry or products. Targeting your customers. Create a target if you want to become aggressive in gaining attention in different social networking websites. Social networking is the perfect platform for small business to gain more customers. Now, how do we get help? More followers will be there. More followers plus social engagement is equal to increased sales. So, start this social network and get help every day. Daily updates can be there. Viral marketing also you can use, and through the social networking, marketing is very easy. So you start marketing the products through social networking. But every time remember the basics. The basics of marketing should never be forgotten even in a unique platform such as social networking. Providing interaction. The advantage of marketing in social network is that it will provide interactions. Blogs, videos can be used syncing with network goal. The message of social network should also be considered since it should coincide with your business. Emphasizing on the content. Yes, nowadays lot is being talked about the content aspect of the blogging or twittering. So you have to emphasize the content what you are passing through. It's a passive referral. Now sharing your jobs across our social web with the recruit pool, or how it is can be, it is a technique, and referrals could also be used in social networking. Salesman can visit any client without any prior knowledge, but a sale could be done because a common ground is achieved through referrals. Now using passive referrals is very good in the marketing and social networking. Being proactive, finding the right platform or social networking website where you can use referrals is only the start. Right associations. We should know how to use right associations. Hybrid and traditional referrals. We should know how to use them. And there are solo professionals. Now, there are networking functions for marketing, internet, IT, hybrids, and science. All these social networks, solo networks also should need to know how to work on this. And more solo entrepreneurs are working through social networking, establishing your skills so that it could be recognized by the industry takes a lot of time, which is why some are not able to maintain their career as a solo professional, because financial stability could not be achieved instantly. Online presence is needed. Establishing credibility online. Credibility is very important, especially if a solo professional chooses to work online. A solo professional may have posted thoughts, photos, and anyone that could destroy their reputation. Persistence and presence. That is, a financial stability for solo professionals could be achieved through these networks. Troubles to avoid in social networking. So, there are many troubles, like sometimes even the best venues every business or professionals can use is increase clients and establish credibility. But there are scenarios wherein social networking will work against a person or an establishment. So we have to be very careful. The ban of information. Degrading photos, videos or blogs and even website recommendations could be misinterpreted. Who you are in who you are with, both are very important. Online attack, be careful of online attack. Related issues, there are some friends, professionals in the business, you have to understand privacy as the main concern, because possibly the viruses, spywares and worms that aim to crawl through security protocols of social networks are constantly threatening social networks. Information access to social networking website varies. Problems regarding information access could be completely controlled by user, but unauthorized access could still happen, especially for those who are just starting to understand the rules of different social networks. You should have updated notification, misuse of social networks, protection for children too. So there are some social networks for the entrepreneur. Top ones like Connect, you have Young Entrepreneurs, Entrepreneur Connect, The Funded, Startup Nation, Partner Up, BizNick, Linked and perfect business. So please look into it. Judango is a powerful network tool for professionals. So you can use Judango, and mixing online with offline experiences, that is also very important. And challenges on Judango is not a website without challenges. So you can have challenges, and the advantage of this is there. It does not end in getting contacts within the social network. It's one of the many startup online companies in the world. So, dear friends, we have to know that we can have the social network. So, start with having a social network, both personal and professional. Thank you. Welcome, friends. Today we will be discussing about statesmanship. Statesmanship. Who is a statesman? A man who is a leader in national or international affairs. A man who is a respected leader in a given field. A statesman is usually a notable public figure who has had a long and respected career at the national and international level. Statesmanship also conveys a quality of leadership that originally brings people together, and of eldership, a spirit of caring for others and for the whole. The words statesman and stateswoman are applied to anyone who is in a given moment exhibits a certain quality of statesmanship. Dear friends, then the question is, what is a statesman? It has been debated since the days of Plato, who wrote a long play titled The Statesman, in which one of the protagonists was Socrates, but failed to nail the term down. Historians like Burt, he said statesman is one who divines the long future, foresees the place of his class and nation in it, labors intelligently to prepare his countrymen for their fate, combines courage with discretion, takes risks, exercises caution when it is necessary, and goes off the stage with a reasonable degree of respectability. Dear friends, now when we understand that the actions and accomplishments are important in achieving statesmanship, but style also comes into the mix. Leader as statesman. Now, lateral leadership is more important. What it is? Leadership across and power with, rather than up and down, is what leadership, whether shown by member or staff. So you need to be a lateral leader. First, who is a lateral leader? Who passes culture, inculcation and sense of belonging and ownership, builds trust among his participants, develops a common language to provide the infrastructure of conversation and dialogue, models emotional literacy and honesty, lets go of control and process outcomes, structures meetings, fosters a learning culture, so builds the architecture of a new group, creates bridges across cultural divide and organizational or ethnic cultures. Dear friends, you are a lateral leader in the organization. You need to understand the conflict mediation through negotiation you have to do. You have to use tools such as strategic planning, and then build a very broad communication loop, accept self-interested as a principle of motivation, and hold the group's vision. Your leadership, it has influence on them. As a is the influence process of leaders and followers to achieve organizational objectives through change is one side, and the influencing is the process of affecting others' attitudes and behavior in order to achieve an objective. Influencing tactics need to be known. Power. Power is the most important aspect. Sources of power, position and personal. Derived from the top management, the position, but the personal is derived from the followers based on leaders' behavior, and that is in you, with you. So the position power is derived from top management, as we said, but personal power is from you. There are different types of powers, dear friends. There is a legitimate power and acquired power and losing power too. Negotiation is the most, as we talked much about how negotiation skills, and we should have those skills inbuilt. It's the process of negotiation need to be taken care. Negotiation process plan, like specific lower limit, target objective, opening objective, all these needs to be taken care. Develop a rapport, focus on obstacles, listen, ask questions, don't give in too quickly, ask for something in return. Ethics and influencing. See, influencing not by force but influencing with your statesmanship. It pays to be ethical with influencing tactics. Used ethically, power helps to meet organizational objectives. Statesmanship and leadership go together. Every statesman is a leader. Every leader may not be a statesman. Who is who in the executive then? The executive is technically the branch of government that is responsible for the execution or implementation of policies. Statesmanship doesn't come automatically to a leader. You are a leader, you have to imbibe that statesmanship. A political executive, like who has a ceremonial duties and control of policy making and popular political leadership, all these are the political executives. But the power in the executives who lead is the most important thing. There are many theories of like sociological phenomena, and there are personal gifts too. Laissez-faire leadership, the styles of leadership, does affect the statesmanship. Networking, coordinating, cooperating, collaborating, competing, that is the triads of statesmanship too. Leadership is a triad and a process. A process where an individual or a small group influences others to achieve a common goal. Intelligence, knowledge, respect are all the triads of leadership. Resources, energy, and originality are the main triads. Delegating, the leadership styles need to be taken care in statesmanship. Collaboration, cooperation. Now we know collaboration is a mutually beneficial and well-defined relationship which can achieve a common goal. We did speak in detail on the collaborative management, but statesmen need to collaborate, share concern, and need to increase ability to handle complex issues. Contextual collaboration is also needed. Identify stakeholders is the most important part of it. Where key issues can be addressed most effectively are at neighborhood, community, city, region, and state. Keys to successful collaboration is good timing, strong stakeholder group, broad based involvement, overcoming mistrust, clear need, credibility, open process. There are some characteristics, friends, for a successful collaboration in statesmanship: opportunity to participate in decision making, quantity of information exchange, quality of information exchange, handling of conflict, shared vision and values, satisfaction with the project, commitment to the project. A statesman will achieve the goal, gains recognition from the target, gains community support, creates lasting network, again longevity, acquires new skills. Dear friends, commitment to goal or cause or issue, competent leadership, commitment to coalition unity work, equitable decision making, mutual respect and tolerance. Leadership shown by a group that is acting collaboratively to solve agreed upon issues. Now, collaborative leadership, there are common issues like power, sharing information and expertise, conflict management, supportive environment, and valuing and incorporating diversity. Qualities of collaboration leaders: capacity for maturity, capacity for patience, ego control, capacity for self reflection, capacity to handle uncertainty, tolerance for uncertainty, capacity to see problems from others, capacity for respectable assessment, capacity to respect others' experience, and capacity to create a safe, open, supportive environment. Capacity to communicate across organizational boundaries and create a shared vision, create creativity and constructive conflict management. All these are qualities of collaborative leaders who will become good statesmen. Now, leadership pipeline introduction and diagnosis is the most important thing. There is a growing need to develop leaders within many corporations. The demand for leaders greatly outpaces the supply. With this reality comes an even greater challenge to bring in a new blood for fresh ideas or to just maximize the expertise of the homegrown talents. The leadership pipeline model provides a specific diagnosis. The importance of the three reasons are very important here. Problems are common to first line managers who are at the first level of leadership. The business managers end up doing more functional work, and group executives focus more on the business managed work rather than the group of business. So, the key to evaluating the leadership pipeline lies the leadership skills, both abilities of the person and the assume of management position, time application and values. So, dear friends, the basic principles of the leadership pipeline model is the most important thing. Managing self to manage others, planning work, assigning jobs, motivating and coaching, measuring the jobs for others. To develop the person into becoming a statesman, first effective line manager, three important things must be considered. Manager should be prepared for the position, monitor the manager, and providing regular feedback to the manager is very necessary. You have to understand, take care that this is a key step. A person who needs to move from skills, the time application, work value, items to be dramatically reduced or left behind when person goes through this Creativity in leadership is very important today for statesmanship of leadership. Creativity, a personal orientation, environment orientation, interest orientation, attitudes, and depends on talent. Dear friends, we need to know statesmanship leadership according to Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, I would like to bring the spirituality here because it comes from there. Every person is a unique individual with a unique mix of strengths and weaknesses which make them uniquely suited to contribute in a particular organizational role. There are 4 primary leadership roles here: strategic leadership, directive leadership, team building leadership, and operational leadership. And they contribute to statesmanship. According to Bhagavad Gita, we need these, and to access your strength in the leadership role, score the points. Now, we need a strategic leader in you who possesses analytic of reality. You understand whether you have all these qualities. So each leadership you can work on, create practical ways of converting vision into action. So, and there are corresponding weaknesses also. Directive leader or understand the characteristics of team building leader. Go through the leadership qualities are given in Bhagavad Gita. And operational leader. All the 4 contribute to be a statesman. So dear friends, both leaders are made and born. Both. So there is a leader within us which is already born, but you can make him enhance that leadership qualities in you. The best leaders help others to realize their full potential, and executive leaders admire competent and effective persons, and directive leaders excel in casting vision, but crafting vision is especially the area of strength of strategic leader. So you know that all the 4 leadership qualities need to be there to become a good statesman. All types of leaders play a vital role. So micromanagement is the most important factor. Statesmanship, some of the things like Ronald Steele, he quotes, "He forever perplexes and annoys. Every time you think he is about to show the statesmanship for which his intelligence and experience have equipped him, he throws a spitball." So every time we look a leader to show statesmanship, and sometimes the leaders don't and they fail. The craftsmanship we shall add statesmanship is the capital of peace. So that is the most important thing. Statesmanship means bringing peace into the area. So dear friends, the essence of statesmanship is not a rigid adherence to the past, but a prudent and probing concern for the future. That's what the Herbert he says. So dear friends, bring peaceful leadership in the organization. Thank you. Welcome friends. Today we'll be discussing about youthful living. Now in youthful living, the most important component is effective living. Young people don't live the way they do because they are young. They are young and youthful because of the way they live. The most important traits of youthful living today, especially, reflect upon the characteristics you have. Young people generally have few characteristics today, and in 21st century youth needs to know understand these characteristics. The most important thing is the creativity, which is the highest level today. Fitness, forgiveness, that's the most important thing. Idealism, hope and optimism. Laughter, which keeps you youthful. See, it is, the saying is there, even at 60 you should be like 20. So it is your thought. And most of them, sometimes we see even at 20 they behave like 60, saying that I am tired, I cannot do it. No. So the youthful living needs all these characteristics. Music, romance and passion, stamina. There's the most important aspect is stamina, strength. So they all need, along with your interpersonal skills. Now, effective skills are the interpersonal skills. Friends, customers and co-workers will be there, and that is the most important aspect where you need to have these interpersonal skills. We did speak at length at the interpersonal skills, but now that interpersonal skills in the office, but here it is interpersonal skills we are talking about for a youthful living. Behind your goal to take one day to take over the world is the most thing. Yes, one day I should be like this. Everything is communicating and signals and being interesting without saying a single word. So that barriers should be removed. Release your emotions, and while you are talking, be youthful. While you are working, be youthful. The best communications also sometimes lose its effectiveness because of not being youthful in approach. Intimacy, screaming height, hand breadth, and then assertiveness. You should be assertive to, especially assertive body language. You should have, especially how to be assertive by speaking fluent with body language. The expressions, chin up, shoulders back, keep your distance, feet on the ground, pain in the neck. Means keep the neck properly. Being assertive using body language is how do I regulate my body language to be more assertive and give a true representation of how I feel when I interact with others, should be your body language. Distance and angles. Always we say start with the distance between you and other person with whom you are speaking. You have to keep that distance. The angle of your body is a dead give way to others. The way you stand, I am closed off and keeping you out, means keep the distance while you are talking. Eye contact. Eye contact is the most important ways to communicate with others, and looking them in the eye shows respect and interest. Head position. Head position always says a lot. We should not keep like this, we should keep straight. The head position needs to be, take me seriously, my words are important. The head level says that. Mouth movements. Don't open the mouth or don't talk keeping the mouth closed. Some people will not know what they are talking. So, mouth movements are easy clues to what the other person may be feeling. Handshake is the most important. So, just be assertive. So, chin up, shoulders back, keep your distance, head up, eyes sharp. The assertive skills sometimes make you aggressive communication too. Don't be so. Youthful living doesn't mean aggressive communication. Assertiveness is a behavior or a skill that helps you to communicate in a youthful living with clearly and with confidence your feelings, needs, wants, and thoughts while acknowledging the needs of others. You should. Through effective assertive communication, you will be able to express how you wish to move forward. Styles of parenting. Youthful living sometimes makes parents to be neglecting. No, we should know the styles of parenting also. There are 4 parenting styles in passive, assertive, and aggressive behavior. So, dear friends, this typically the 4 parenting styles based on parenting research. Low love, low limits, low love, high limits, high love, low limits, high love, high limits. Now, where do you want to give? I think we should all practice high love, low limits. The limiting parenting should be the right in your mind, whichever style. Follow the proper style so that the style use passive, assertive, and aggressive. The limit style should be there. So you should know how to, any parenting style advice, which should be making the people to be happy, obedient, and successful children you are going to bring. Learn how to say no and be respected. In useful living, we have to know how to say no and still be respected. So, understand how you have to take this and still say no. We just don't say no just because we want to say no. Why do we say no, and what can you do to be more assertive is the most important factor. Learning to assert yourself, we say body language, who said actually had to say no, you have to be very careful in the body language. Now, you can say many ways of saying no, but always think twice before you say no. You can say plain no, you can say mirroring no, you can say reason why no, delayed no. All these are kinds of saying no's. Conditional no, painful no, repetitive no, respectful no, passive aggressive no, truth or myth no, persuasive understanding no. So understand there are so many types of no's, but for a youthful living, a respectable no is the most important thing. How to deal with difficult people. We should know how to deal with the difficult people. We should be friendly, welcoming, and good communicators. So, dealing with difficult people, we should have all these qualities. Conflicts are the more important things in the youthful living. We have to deal with it. You will feel that everybody is dominating you. So, understand that there are people who will dominate, but you can deal with them with the happiness successfully and develop a proper. You should know your rights and responsibilities to work through difficult problems, solve their personality problems, to develop solutions beyond your capabilities also sometimes. The rights are known, but the responsibilities are the most important factors. And becoming a victim. Don't become a victim. Then being part of the problem. That useful no doesn't mean that you should be away from the problem. No, you should be a part of the problem. Keep an open mind. Control criticism. Behavioral conditioning. Walking away is not that good. So managing and dealing with an aggressive boss. Difficult people, you have to work with. So youthful living is to have a control over, and useful living is also to managing and dealing with an aggressive boss, someone who is very aggressive. So you should know how to deal with him or to manage him. Enduring the bullying should not be there, so you should keep yourself away from bullying too. Now, how to deal with is bad boss, especially. You can stop the bullying, stop your fear, build your self-confidence. Don't get yourself bullied and don't have fear, and also keep your self-confidence. There are 8 key words or phrases that persuade you, which will help you. If you cannot do it, I'll definitely understand. That is the phrase. The phrase that persuades is, if you cannot do it, I will definitely understand, is the youthful living. How to talk is you should know how to talk. There are ways of talking, so that talking should not be painful talk to others. So youthful living is always a jovial, nice way of talking, not hurting. Listening skills need to be enhanced. There are many sins we commit during listening. Filtering we should do. Second guessing we do. Discounting, relating, rehearsing, forecasting, placating, and that most important thing is the placating. We should understand, we should agree with everything anyone else says, just to avoid conflict. So dear friends, there is an attraction in the youth living. So keep the attraction. The most dangerous mistakes we probably make are being love with life is potential. Their psychology, pretending to be something for a man. This is for a woman. I'm filing. Man should not. Why it is given? Women always feel that these are the mistakes they are committing. So see that they don't commit these mistakes. Sharing how you feel, social, emotional, and physical love state, relying on your natural ability, a judge of man's character, expecting a relationship to make you happy. All these are the mistakes. But as a youthful living, convincing to live, to love, and not knowing what to do in each type of situation, not getting help. So all these are the mistakes committed by the women about the man. So in a youthful living, you have to be very careful. Women, I request them, don't commit these mistakes. Man, I request them, see that such mistakes are not committed by them. There should be self-acceptance. In that first is the confidence. Accept your unconditionally. You should accept yourself with unconditional. Self-disclosure should be there. Self-awareness should be there. Future possibilities should be understood. Sense of control, a sense of self-determination and internal mastery should be there. Interpreting events in a positive way, and habitual goal setter, law of direct. All these needs to be understood in a self-acceptance that leads to self-esteem and maximum performance. So friends, there is a character for the education and life skills. Go through. There are many, and follow these characteristics. Some to avoid, some to be followed. So there are, for long youthful life, dear friends, adverse drug reactions. You should be very careful. There are many things to be eating, the good food to be eaten. So take good food and see that you can avoid certain things. Dear friends, please maintain your youthful living. Thank you. Dear friends, today we'll be discussing about workplace friendship. Yes, this is the most important aspect. There should be workplace friendship. Workplace friendship is a relationship established in a workplace that goes beyond normal expected working relationships. And we have to understand that these are voluntary, and there are workplace friendships has two parts. The first one is considered as voluntary. This idea is the most important thing, and it is distinguished from regular relationship roles as they extend past, and the other one is a situational. The workplace cannot choose their co-workers, isn't it? So you need to be friendly with everybody. Now, individual and contextual factors do influence these friendships. So you can call it as friends, close friends, or best friends. But workplace contextual factors exist only within the workplace and include shared tasks, physical work proximity, work-related problems, and slack time. Dear friends, the domain of sharing activities is the most important. Within workplace friendships, just an extra organizational friendships, there is a difference in perception of friendship by men and women. There are functions of workplace friendship. The workplace friendship has been considered valuable for both individuals and organizations. It reduces the feeling of insecurity and uncertainty. It increases the enthusiasm and positive attitude. So, hypothesis about workplace friendship is perception of strong friendship in the workplace positively related to the job performance, turnover intention, sometimes absenteeism, sometimes job satisfaction, and organizational citizenship behavior too. So it has to understand that intention will be mediated by job satisfaction. It is also understanding that friends are the most important factors. Understanding relationship, how to behave around strangers, acquaintances, and friends. See, strangers, introduce yourself so you know the person's name. You say hello and just friendly. But then you have acquaintances, people, many acquaintances. We make some mistakes between acquaintances and friends. Every acquaintance is not a friend. Of course, every friend is an acquaintance, but every acquaintance cannot be a friend. So, friends, spend time talking during breaks and after work. Understand the importance of people having friends outside of work. Hugs and friendly touches are okay a certain time. Never hang around when you are off and that person is working. Do not expect a friend from work to want to do everything with you. Even friends need a break from each other. Solve interpersonal problems outside of work. Dear friends, making friends. How do you make friends? Identify what characteristics are important in a friend. You are in the top management and you have to tell your workforce, your colleagues to make friendship. Identify what a good friend does. Identify the things to consider when making friends at work. Identify the things to consider when making friends outside of work. Practice skills that help people make friends. When I was with the staff, when I did not become principal, when I was working, we 10 of us came together, 10 friends, we became friends, and then 10 of us started meeting outside the office with the families. So once in a month in one friend's house. So you get a chance once in a year only. But every month you are meeting with your family. So the families become friends. And then you really enjoy your life. And at work you will never have any problem. There will be friendship and you will start helping each other. And those 10 friends with whom I made friendship during that time are friends even today after 40 years. Though I am not working with them, I became principal, I left the place too. And after that, even today, when I go back there, we all come together. We really understand each other and we appreciate each other's work and we come. But we are not working anymore together. But the friendship grows. So make a list of characteristics, help in discussion, discuss the types. So making friendship is the most important thing. There are some issues. When you are at work, you have a limited time to build the relationship. You should not be too pushy with the relationship. Let the friendship develop gradually through getting to know the person during breaks and doing things outside of work. Just because you work with someone, it does not mean that you will automatically be friends. Some people may not be interested. So co-workers probably are going to have other friends at and outside of work. Yes, work time is for work. You do not want to get in trouble by spending a lot of time socializing while you are supposed to be working. Some people can chit-chat while they work and still get the job done. Some people cannot. So understand that work is work. So how to make friends at work then? Because you know personality types. Different individuals have this. There might be shy people, there might be grumpy people, there might be outgoing people, there might be black sheep, there might be relaxed people. So methods we understand is bringing all of them together, empathizing it, making them laugh, share experiences and relax and enjoy. The bonus will invite co-workers to lunch. So that time you can come together. Reasons workplace friendship are a lie. Sometimes we feel it doesn't work. You can't be friends with someone who you see as competition and who sees you as a competition. This here I should tell you something, dear friends. Yes, we want to be friendly with everybody, but then people see us as their competitors, and that ego hurts them, and they don't become friends. And they also don't allow, if, for example, we are two of the equal level, then they start making groupism. I always avoid groupism. I don't like it. And I always tell people, don't ever make groups in the workplace. Friendship doesn't making group and acting against each other. No. So here we have to understand, because the competition is there, friendship becomes light. But I always feel, you do your work, I'll do my work. Work should not be taken into account. Work should be appreciated by each other. Then only you can become good friends. Don't flatter yourself. Your subordinates or superiors aren't your pals. So you should not do that. Are friendship key to workplace happiness? Yes, positive work culture will definitely bring happiness. Blurred lines sometimes will not. Clear boundaries are very important. Benefiting from friends at work, yes, good friends, they do help you. Help means what? Keeping a good environment. The ambience should be created. Work ambience should be created. There are pros and cons on workplace friendship, dear friend. The comrade improves workplace morale, provides positive reinforcement from colleagues, helps people to stay engaged at work, and increases employee retention. But some experts do sound and give some ground rule for you to consider. Limit the chit chat at work, talk about private issues outside of work, avoid alienating other colleagues, hold each other accountable, adapt an open door policy. Challenging long held assumptions about workplace friendship. Dear friends, throughout, not Tom Rath, he said, throughout my professional life, I have attended countless development programs that aim to make me more productive. I had it all wrong. The potential was hiding within each relationship in my life. So that's the more important. And relationships do make. Now, it should be a small positive relationship. It should be a good friendship. Work life balances the friendships also. So, the wider friendship network should be there. It's not just two people becoming friends and then talking against others. No, a group of people coming together, working together, and having good time. Rath advises the rules as follows. Once you become friends in the workplace, you can become builders, like great motivators. The friendship in the workplace, they are called, some friendships are called builders. So they can be great motivators. Champions, they are called. Collaborators, they are called. Companions, they are called. Connectors, energizers, mind openers, and navigators. So there are different kinds of friendships. So all these kinds of friendships, you see what you want to be. You want to be connectors, builders, or navigators, collaborators. See what type of friendship you would like to take it up. Good, the bad, and the ugly workplace friendship. Yes, workplace friendships may seem an ideal arrangement in the first blush. Friends may help each other sort out personal problems, but then sometimes it takes an ugly picture also, because you will come to know too much about each other, and then when you really have a tiff, you give out that. That's not a good thing in friendship. Friends even promote a positive work experience by ensuring that laughter and companionship occasionally invade the workplace. So, dear friends, workplace friendships are the asset or a liability. Let us, if you can make it as an asset, but if you make it as a liability, it will be dangerous for the corporate also. So, we should make it as an asset, and friendship should be forever. Understand the friendship, budding up and fizzle friendship. Workplace relations, friendship patterns, and consequences are the most important factors in our life. And risks and rewards of workplace friendship is that obviously it is a complex, multifaceted phenomena, and we should know that we should get reward of this friendship, not risks of the friendship. Once I could, when I allocate work, sometimes I know they are friends, I'll give the work differently. Two different friends, I'll put it together so that they work in a better way. Friendship processing in organization. The top management should allow good friendship in the organization. So, what are cliques? Cliques are groups, usually small, and form around small groups. So, if you want to make a positive workplace friendship, go ahead and make a good friendship, establish boundaries, handle grievances quickly, temper behavior in out and of the office, and getting along with co-workers. How do you get along? Since I value our workplace friendship, I will give you a customary head nod before I burn this motherfucker to the ground. Making friendship is the most important factor. Engaging in a small talk and asking someone to do something, do it. And to each one of you, there is a small exercise for you. Who I like to work with, the worker is a man or woman. Understand? You put it as a ABC, whom you wanted to work. So understand it and answer the questions. Thank you, friends.